Kia ora, I'm NIWA climate scientist Nava for Dive. Climate change is happening. We can already see the evidence in long-term warming trends, retreating glaciers, and sea level rise. Recent warming has been caused by an increase in greenhouse gas concentrations in our atmosphere. These extra gas molecules cause more of the sun's radiation and heat to be pushed back down to Earth rather than escaping into space. Future changes to temperature and rainfall patterns as well as sea level rise will have a big impact on us, our whanau, the places we live and spend time, as well as our wider community. However, by understanding what our future may hold, we can start to prepare for these challenges. In this video, we will explore how climate change may impact the Kaipara District. When talking about potential climate futures in this video, we use two different pathways. One is the more extreme pathway where atmospheric greenhouse gas concentrations continue to rise at current rates. The other is a mid-range pathway where changes we make are starting to limit emissions. It is important to remember that even with efforts to reduce emissions worldwide, we are still likely to see continued climate change and associated impacts into the future. New Zealand has warmed by about 1 degree over the past century, and this warming will continue. By the end of the century, the average temperature for the Kaipara District as a whole is projected to rise by another 1 degree under the mid-range pathway, but if little action is taken to reduce emissions, temperatures may rise by another 2.5 degrees. To put the potential impact of this change into perspective, global temperatures were only about 5 degrees cooler than present during the last ice age. Temperature increases are likely to impact the goods and services provided by our natural environment, including primary industries, as well as encouraging the spread of pests. However, increased temperatures may also allow new, warmer climate crops to be grown in the Kaipara District. Increasing average temperatures also mean that extreme warm temperatures will be more common. Dargaville currently experiences about 30 hot days per year. This is projected to increase by about 20 days by the middle of the century for both scenarios, and by 70 days by the end of the century for the extreme scenarios seen here. For the mid-range scenario, an increase of about 40 days is expected. As you can see on the map, there is a large variation in the number of hot days across the region. The increase in hot days is likely to impact our physical and mental health and lead to increased energy use for cooling. Seasonal rainfall patterns in the Kaipara District are likely to change by the end of the century, with spring and winter becoming drier. Because of our warming atmosphere, extreme rain events are likely to increase. This is because a warmer atmosphere can hold more energy and moisture. So when it rains heavily, more rain may fall than at present. A current 1 in 100 year rainfall event in Dargaville delivers about 45 millimeters of rain over 24 hours. By 2090, under the extreme scenario, 61 millimeters of rain could be expected from a similar weather event. This has implications for stormwater management and flooding, as well as slips and landslides. On the other hand, drought is expected to become more common and more severe in the Kaipara District. This will increase pressure on our freshwater resources and may impact agriculture and horticulture. Two in every 3 Kiwis live within 5 kilometers of the coast, so sea level rise will directly affect many of us. Coastal inundation and erosion are likely to become more common, as well as saltwater intrusion to low-lying groundwater reserves. Depending on the climate change scenario, up to 1.5 meters of sea level rise could occur by 2130. These climate projections show us what the future might be like in the Kaipara District. Armed with this knowledge, we can all prepare for these changes whether it is developing new crop varieties or upgrading pipes and roads in our towns. NIWA has prepared a report on the current and future climate of the Kaipara District, which contains projections for many more climatic variables than discussed here. This was carried out as part of a wider study looking at current and future crop suitability in the district. The Council is hoping that this will motivate discussions with tangata whenua, businesses, landowners, and the wider community working together with the different layers of government to build resilience and adapt to climate change.